Hey there, thanks for coming back. This one is not so much a tutorial type of a video, but it's one I just wanted to kind of let you know what went on just recently. This week I just came back from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I had an awesome trip. It was there for business. I was there for business, but I certainly made the most of it. And I was at this cool place called Ecopolitan. It's a raw vegan restaurant, and the food there was to die for. I love. I was so happy for the experience because it actually motivated me to get back into. This is a good time to practice more high raw and 100% raw days. Now that the springtime is here, all these beautiful produce that are out, for this type of season, for the spring season and summer season. And I don't know if you've been following me. If you have, you know that I love watermelon. So I've been juicing that and coming up with more creative ways to blend other fruit in with my watermelon juice and things. So, but I wanted to tell you about a dish that I had that became my favorite quickly, and it was the tostada. Was it the flaxseed tostada? And it was, oh my gosh, it was so doggone awesome. And, or was it this? Yes, it was that. I'm not going to tell you all the steps that I did or that they did to recreate or to create that, and then what I did to sort of create. I did a taco salad last night. It was yummy, but it was based off of what I learned and what I tasted and what I experienced at Ecopolitan the other day. And like I said, that's in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you find yourself over there, please stop by, whether you eat meat or not. It is delightful. It's awesome. So I'll quickly tell you, this is the taco meat that I made. And we all know it's a mock meat. I don't really eat meat at all. I'm vegan. But we reuse some names that are familiar to the people that eat meat and those of us that once ate meat. So let me see if I can get it where you can get a pretty good view of it. I think there it goes. I think. And so I didn't want mine as almost, I won't say powdery as they did. I did want some little chunks so you can have a little bit of bite on it as you eat whatever it is you're eating. But it makes an excellent topping for anything, not just, for the taco. But the reason why it tastes like taco meat or what have you is because I used cumin. And cumin, we already know if you in the kitchen, is definitely a Spanish spice. It's everybody's spice, but the Spanish, they definitely capitalize on it. Seems like you'll find it more in dishes that are more tailored towards the Spanish type of taste. Now, what makes this extra special is that there's no tofu in it at all. We don't have to be slave to tofu thinking, oh, I'm going to eat healthy and tofu's it. Tofu's not it. Tofu is actually very processed, and it's, many think it's junk food or, it's bad for you. Too much soy, and so it's not good for us. It increases our estrogen in men and women, and women don't need any more estrogen, and men have a little bit. They certainly don't need any more, so it's not good for you. Anywho, fermented soy is a different story, but we're not here to talk about that. We're going to talk about this here taco meat, this mock taco meat. And so the base of it is sprouted lentils. Sorry, the lighting. Oh, there it is. The sprouted lentils. You see the little tails on them? I've been sprouting this since, for today's Sunday, well, since yesterday. I guess you can say it's been about maybe 30-something hours. And so that's it. But on theirs, they didn't have any seeds or nuts in theirs at all. They just used mostly sun-dried tomatoes, and lentils was the big base for them. I didn't have sun-dried tomatoes in the house, but that's okay. But when you're cooking at home, especially when you're eating either raw food, live food, or what have you, things like that, you can really become quite just a chef to the next level, a level that you hadn't even dreamed of, because the foods can speak for themselves when you're using fresh, particularly organic products, produce and things like that. When you're using it and you're cutting it yourself, you're rinsing it off yourself, and you're giving that love up in there, you can't help but fuse even more goodness and greatness in your meals when you approach it that way. So I approached it with the love of not having, because it did not have sun-dried tomatoes, I used some fresh organic tomatoes that I already had in the refrigerator, and it tastes just fine, because by the time I put all the seasonings in there and things, I mean, you won't know any different anyway. It's just going to taste really good. And this is what the organic lentils look like if you buy it in a packaging similar to this. So these are actually the kind of brown-green ones. The red ones, they dissolve pretty fast. I haven't tried those, but I'll eventually try something different. But right now, I knew that these would hold up well in the soaking and sprouting process like they're doing. And so what else did I put in here? I had some, these have already been soaked, and these are pumpkin seeds, and this is sunflower seeds to give it another more texture, and just to not taste so beany. And that's a word, I make up words. And this is walnut, so I use some walnut in it as well. I think these are the seasonings that I use. I don't remember. Oh, and I use some lemon juice, a little bit of lemon juice, and Himalayan sea salt. I use some smoked paprika to try to bring out more of the, get it darker, a little bit darker, and not so, try to get a little darker. But theirs wasn't even that dark. Theirs actually, when I put them together, their taco meat the colors were just as vibrant. They were the same, really. And this is the cumin, and I used some organic ground pepper. I didn't use a lot because I knew that there was a strong chance that the kids can come by, my little G-babies, the little ones, and I didn't want them to be turned off because it's too spicy for them. So that's what I did, and like I said, with this, I can turn around and package it in this reusable bottle. One of my old spices, I ran out, so I like to keep them without having a junk pile of stuff. I like to keep them because then I can put this in here, and guess what? When I go to like restaurants or something like that, I eat out, or I go, I'm taking my food with me to eat. I can have this, and it's easily pack away into my backpack or my purse or what have you. And while I'm eating, or let's say I'm in public, then I can go ahead and sprinkle this on. Generally, I'll get a plain salad, and it's very plain, and I don't use their dressing because I make my own dressing. So to have something like this with all these flavors, and it's so good for me. It's all raw. The lentil beans were not cooked at all. The nuts and seeds were not cooked at all. Just sprouted and put into the my food processor. And once they were, I know I'm kind of skipping around a little bit. So, but anyway, once they were seasoning things, I put it in the food processor. Tapped on it. I didn't want it to get too fine, but I wanted to grind it down, not as much as a blender would do, but what a food processor would do on the S-Blade. Once I did that, then I spread it out onto my tray, my dehydrator, and dehydrated about a good 13 hours, but it didn't have to take that long. If I'd had it spread out a lot more thinner, it would have been done even quicker. So, but I had to go out for the rest of the day, so I just threw it in there, let it go to work. I knew it was going to dry eventually. And then I got to enjoy it last night when I made my taco salad. So, but anyway, just wanted to tell y'all about that. And it tastes good. More to come. This batch right here that I'm making of this here sprouted lentils, this is going to be a piece of dough that I'm going to make, or a piece of bread. But it's going to be all raw. So I'm going to make myself a raw, organic, vegan pizza. And I cannot wait. It's gonna be good. I'll tell you right now, if I don't write it down, or if it's not videoed, filmed in some kind of way, or recorded, I won't be able to duplicate it. So I do my best to at least take a photograph of everything that I'm putting into the ingredients, and then maybe one day I'll actually take the time and break it down and really make it. Thing about that is, it works much better when I can edit the videos, and I can't. So till that happens, we'll just make the best of however I can share with you how I'm eating and things like that, and hopefully you find it valuable to you. So, all right, thank you for coming by, and if you like what you see, click on like, and if you want to be current on anything that I upload, go ahead and subscribe, and things. Thank you for coming by, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Peace.